Hi YouTube, Tim Unkert here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to divide integers. Let's start with this first problem, 25 divided by 3. 25 is the dividend, 3 is the divisor. I'm going to put 25, the dividend, under the division sign, and I'll put the divisor to the left here. Okay, so we want to ask ourselves, does 3 go into 2? The answer is no, so we have to look, does 3 go into 25? Yes, it goes in 8 times. So I'm going to write 8 and then do 8 times 3, which is 24. And I'm going to subtract 24 from 25. That gives me 1. Here's where the decimal point is, so I'm going to put this here. And you'll see here we're going to get a non-integer result. I'm going to add a 0 and bring it down. Okay, so now I have 10 here. How many times does 3 go into 10? Well, it goes in 3 times. Okay, so 3 times 3 is 9. And we have 10 minus 9, which is 1. We add another 0. Bring it down. And you'll see, wow, we're going 3 into 10 again. Well, again, that goes 3 times. And we can keep going with this, right? But it's just going to be repeating itself, okay? So we're going to have another 3 here and so on. So the solution here is 8.3 repeating, and we're going to write a little overhead bar above the 3 to indicate that this is a repeating number. Now, this can be written as 25 over 3, so this is a rational number, and it is a real number, of course. Rational and irrational numbers are real, but it's not an integer, and that's okay. Sometimes we do integer division, and we don't get an integer result. Okay, so take that one in. I'm going to just erase everything here, and we'll move on to the second problem. Okay, so in our second problem, we have a negative integer divided by a positive integer. Negative 16's our dividend, so we're going to write negative 16 under the division symbol. We're going to divide that by 4. 4 will go into negative 16. It doesn't go into 1, but it will go into negative 16. Well, it goes into 16 4 times, but to get negative 16, we're going to have to do a negative 4 times, because negative 4 times 4 is negative 16. So again, negative 4 times 4, it's negative 16. We'll subtract negative 16 from itself and get 0. So the solution to this problem is an integer, and it's negative 4. Okay, let's erase this and move on to the next one. Okay, in the next one, we have a negative 20 divided by a negative 5. Negative 20 is our dividend. Negative 5 is our divisor. 5 doesn't go into 2, but it goes into 20 4 times. And 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. 20 minus negative 20 is 0. You'll see that a negative integer divided by another negative integer gives you a positive result. And again, this is an integer. Okay, let's erase that and move to the next one. Okay, in this one we have 15, which is our dividend, and we're dividing by negative 4, our divisor. And the result of division, by the way, is quotient, in case you want to know. So we have to ask ourselves, how many times does 4 go into 15? Well, it goes in 3 times, but 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. So we have to do negative 3 times negative 4. That gives me positive 12. 15 minus 12 is 3. We're going to put our decimal point here, add a 0, and bring it down. How many times does 4 go into 30? Well, it goes 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. We'll subtract that off. We get a 2. Add another 0 and bring it down. And 4 goes into 20 and even 5 times. And we get 20 down here, 20 minus 20 is 0. So our solution to this one is not an integer. It's negative 3.75. Okay, so I think the takeaways of this video are, when you divide an integer by an integer, you might not get an integer result. You certainly could. And when you divide a negative integer by a positive number, or a positive integer by a negative number, you're going to get a negative. If you divide a negative integer by a negative integer, you get a positive. Hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll leave my link to my Teacher Pay Teacher stuff in the description, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.